Hello there! So for today's episode, I will be reviewing... So a couple of days ago I saw Zootropolis, but before I start talking about how amazing the movie is, I just want to make a quick point about the name. I hate that they have two different ones. Zootropolis, great name for a film. Zootopia, also a great name for a film. But choose one! Why would it be one in America and one over here? And the thing I doubly hate is that we have the wrong one. Because with the whole Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone thing, America are idiots. We know that. But this time it's an American movie. They called it Zootopia, so we're the ones with the wrong name, and it just bothers me so much. Another thing about the name is the fact that they say it quite a lot during the movie, so it just seems unnecessary to make the actors do those scenes twice just to cater for the different name change. It just seems like a very irrelevant move, and I really don't understand why they did it. But anyway, enough said about the name. Time to move on to this amazing movie that was so good. So, the main character of the movie is a rabbit called Judy Hopps.
ZPD's first rabbit officer, Judy Hopps.
You ready to make the world a better place?
So, Judy is this plucky, idealistic rabbit who's absolutely determined to make the world a better place by being a police officer, and she is not going to let her size get in her way.
Sir, I'm not just some token bunny.
You strike out, you resign.
Deal.
So against all odds, she makes it through the police academy, gets assigned as a police officer, and goes to Zootropolis, the big city, to fulfill her dreams. And there she gets lumped with parking duty, and she is not happy about it. But even as a parking duty person, she is still determined to do as much as she can. So on her first day as a parking duty police officer person, she meets a fox.
Jumbo pop for my little boy. Oh no, I don't have my wallet. Please don't be mad at me. Here you go. 2 paws. Yeah.
So she's gone to the big city with all these preconceptions of what foxes will be like. And then she sees this guy, just an affectionate dad, trying to do the best for his child, and she feels sorry for him. So this fox, whose name is Nick, turns out he is more than he appears, and he's been hustling the entire time.
Hustle, bud. Time is money. Get your popsicle.
Fire.
So Judy finds out she is not happy about it, but he's done nothing against the law, so as a police officer, there's nothing she can do. So she's kind of fed up of being just a parking duty person. She came out there with these big ideas and wanting to make the world a better place. And there's this massive case going on with 14 missing animals who have just completely disappeared, and she wants to be assigned to that, and there's one particular one, an otter. The wife comes in, begs the policeman to put someone on the case. He's like, we got no one, and she's like, I'll do it.
Please, there's got to be somebody to find my Emmett.
Mrs. Otterton.
I will find him.
So it kind of comes to an ultimatum. He says, you've got 48 hours to solve the case, and then if you don't, you have to resign. So she agrees, and it turns out that Nick is a possible witness.
Hello? I'm here to ask you some questions about a case.
Then they should have gotten a real cop to solve it.
You are...
So at first, he is not willing to help her out, but she tricks him by catching him out on a technicality about his taxes and saying if he doesn't help her, she's going to arrest him. So he kind of has no choice but to help her in this.
Wild, you are under arrest. Unless you can help me solve a case. It's called a hustle, sweetheart.
So from this point on, it's your typical Disney movie. Plucky underdog takes on a massive case and an unlikely friendship forms.
I thought this was just a missing mammal case, but it's way bigger.
What's the plan?
I won't get...
Whatever you do not let go.
I'm gonna let go!
What?
So they face lots of challenging obstacles, and sometimes they sort of get through them using funny stereotypes of animals' characteristics.
Quit it. You're gonna start a howl.
Come on!
One scene in this movie that I find absolutely hilarious is because in this movie all the animals are very elegant, they wear clothes and everything, they're very sort of evolved, so to speak. But there's this character who runs kind of like a nudist beach section, and it's just so funny how horrified Judy gets at the concept of naked animals.
Right this way.
No! You are naked.
Huh? Oh, for sure. We're a naturalist club.
All the way down. Oh.
Does this make you uncomfortable?
The humour in this movie is brilliant because it uses lots of different styles, and one style again it uses is timings. For example, there's a scene with the sloths, and the timings used in it just make it so funny. It's really cleverly done.
Sloths? Officer Judy Hobbs, CPD. How are you?
I am doing
Fine.
well. What
Hang in there.
can I do
Well, I was hoping you could run a
for
play.
you
Well, I was hoping you
today?
So this movie is great because it's not only is it really, really fun, but it's great on two levels. Because on the first level, you've got a really engaging story, really engaging characters, very cleverly put together, great animation, great humour, and as a film, it's just really, really good. But on the second level, it's also a great social commentary and it makes so many deeper points. So while it can be enjoyed by children and pretty much anyone on the first level, it's also got a much deeper level for like adults and people who prefer a more engaging film like for the mind. It's just really, really makes some clever points about society. Because the Zootropolis society is split up into two types of animals. You've got the predators and you've got the prey. And 90% of Zootropolis it comes under the prey category, so about 10% are predators. And at one point, there's a massive stigma around the predators. There's lots of accusations, people don't trust them around them. And it's kind of, the way it's portrayed in the movie is very similar to how some minorities are treated. And I just think it's very clever the way it draws attention to this issue while still keeping it kind of light-hearted and easy. It doesn't make you, like, it's not a very heavy-hitting thing. It doesn't take away from the enjoyment of the film, but it still does make you think without sounding too preachy. And I think the way it's done is very clever and does make you think, and does make you think, wow, society is like that. And here we're seeing it from the animal's point of view, so making it less serious, but at the same time it is addressing a serious issue. Also on the second level, apart from addressing serious issues, it also has a few references to other films because it's made by the same people that created Frozen. So there's a few Frozen references in there, which are quite clever to get. They're sort of like veiled amongst the dialogue, and I love that. And there's also a Breaking Bad reference in there as well, and a few other films are referenced. And it's just nice if you've seen those other films, it's sort of like, hey, I recognise that film. And it's just sort of a nice moment when you recognise something.
First, we need to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Francine. Happy birthday.
So overall, I think Zootopia was a really great movie, had a positive message, great animation, great characters, can't really fault it. So I will give it 8.5 out of 10, and I would definitely recommend seeing it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it was a little bit long, had quite a lot to say about the movie. But yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe and like this video. See you later!